And now we come to disc 3 of 4. This one I was mistaken about. Going by the label, which you can see here, it was I assumed it was just the copy of that first BOINNG game that I made, a copy of the same disc that got sent overseas and I'd had digitized, and there was nothing actually new about it. But it turned out I was wrong. It wasn't a bootable disc at all. It was a data disc with a bunch of programs on it, the main one being BOINNG. So here we are in my Amiga emulator looking at Amos Basic, the program that all my stuff was written in. And if we load up my disk image, we see in the main directory we have the game file for some Space Invaders. There we go, there it is. What have we got? The whole NTSC versus PAL thing. That was the different modes. Being here in New Zealand, we were PAL, which meant the screen was bigger, but the refresh rate was slower or something like that. So this is what Amos looks like. Now here we go. This is why I wanted to open this one up. This had the speech synthesis. So Amos Basic, great language, so many easy little things. And so it had the say command. You just type say and put in the text, and that triggers the speech synthesis thing, and it would read that out. But as you'll see, the speech synthesis was not spectacularly advanced. It didn't trip over the fact that welcome ends in an E, but I had to sort of resort to spelling stuff out phonetically to get it to actually say the words good idea. Couldn't handle idea as a single word to get it to say the things I wanted to say. So, and obviously hyperspace. You missed stupid. Yes, that was the fun bit. And destroyed. I'm not sure how much of it was effect of my New Zealand accent, expecting the words to sound differently, but anyway. That's what the code of it looks like. No need to actually run it. We've already seen that in the other one. I just thought it was interesting to look at that. Now we also have in the root directory, we also have this loader, which is how many? 9 lines of code, but this sort of tells you a bit about what it was like doing stuff on the Amiga. Because things took so long to load, and until they loaded you were staring at a blank screen, a thing I found out you could do was you have a really little program that loads really quickly and basically just pops up a message that says loading now and then loads the program, so at least you have something to look at while it's clicking and whirring away. And this one has, I think that was built in. I think that little display there was a thing they made so that you could pop up that copyright notice. And so here we go. So now you at least get to look at a screen that says it's loading while it loads. And what it's loading, still slowly, is good old BOINNG. And I see it as the version 1.2 version again. So if we quit out of here, it's now loaded up BOINNG, because it's loaded into the editor as well. Now, actually, where it's stopped at the point in the program where it was waiting for me to press the fire button to continue. Here's the setup here, and here, look at that, 30 lives I had it set up. So obviously I was just testing and giving myself lots of lives to work with so I could try out all the levels. I'm going to set that to 99. Because when I had a quick go through this before, it's a little bit of a pain in the bum, and I couldn't be bothered plugging away at it again and again. If I give myself 99 lives, I reckon I can make my way through the whole game without having to restart and take it from the beginning again. So I'm just going to start. I'm going to go through the whole lot. I expect when it comes to actually producing this video, I'll fast forward through a bunch of me dying over and over again. But let's run it. Let's see how far I can go. Testing, yes, it looks for any syntax errors and all of that business, and then runs it. And now we do have to sit here and wait with a blank screen while it loads everything up. Okay. So, you know the deal. Here we go. The up to fast, down to slow thing, that was the compromise I hit on, because if you could control the rate that you walked left and right, if you control the rate that you walk left and right, then jumping over obstacles wasn't really a problem. And if you were just always moving, then it just sort of became a matter of either like there was no way you could either make it underneath a thing like that or you couldn't. It wasn't, you didn't have any controls. So that, okay, well at the very least I can make it so you can change your speed. Now let's shut up and actually concentrate on trying to play this game. That's one level down. Here we are on the graveyard, and I put you on a pogo stick. Why did that jump? I must have just been too slow. Put you on a pogo stick, because again, this was another cheat, because like I said before, I didn't know how to animate someone walking, but a pogo stick is basically just bouncing up and down. I don't need to go fast. Does it need to be a fast jump to get over that thing? The cloud with the lightning bolt is basically the largest it was possible to make an object. What the heck is going on? Largest the possible size, dimensions of an object you can make in this game when it fires out its lightning bolt. Oh, I know it's possible. Screen 10, yes, here we go. So now we have, now remember this one, you have to time it so that you jump them both at the same time. And then this one, you have to start jumping early, I think, otherwise they're too close together. And there we go, so now that's the portal, that's my excuse for getting to the next level. You've got a portal which leads to the final screen of the game, screen number 11. And I have to duck under there. Oh no, do I need to speed up? I think I need to speed up, don't I? Actually hit the gun either. How do I do this? Do I go... Yeah, there we go. And then duck into pin, and then we roll up to here, push the button. The screen shake. So you fly away. And there we go. I learnt how to use gradients in Deluxe Paint. And so that was the updated complete screen that I made for the 1.2 version with slightly improved graphics, and that's the game. That's the entire game. I actually lost count of how many lives I went through there. Must have been around 20. And there you go. So how do I? Is that it? Does it go? There we go. Fades out, and we're back to the beginning. And I think that's mostly all of interest on this disc. Let's have a quick look else. I don't need to save it. I don't need to save the evidence of my cheating. So we've seen the loader, we've seen the invader. Programs just has that's where the BOINNG source file is. Pictures and sprites, so the pictures and sprites. Backups, interestingly. We have a few programs here which are backups of ones that are on the other disk I'm going to look at, so I'll save that for then. I do, though, have to tell you the sad tale of Josh's lost disk, because I had, at one point I had a disk full of projects that I'd spent a fair bit of time on, and a bunch of games that I was really quite proud of and I thought were working well. And then I had a guy I went to school with over to copy some discs and swap some games and stuff. And he accidentally took that disc home with him, and I don't know if it was at the weekend or was it during the school holidays or something. For whatever reason, I didn't see him again the next day to say, hey, I think you took one of my discs. It was a few days later, in which time he, thinking it was just a blank disc he'd picked up, had copied over it, and I lost a bunch of work that I was quite upset to have lost. So that's probably why I started being a little bit more scrupulous about making sure my data was backed up. But anyway, that's disc 3 of 4 out of the way. So in the next video, I will have a look at the last of the discs I managed to digitize, which I think had my most recent, if that's the right word to talk about stuff I did nearly 30 years ago, games on it.